When Turtle WoW shut down, thousands of players logged in one last time just to say goodbye. That kind of farewell, you don't see that for a game. You see it for something that actually mattered to people. But there might be a new glimpse of hope on the MMO horizon. Out of nowhere, we get an announcement from the team behind Turtle WoW. They want to create their own MMO. Also, I think this news is great. There's one thing that keeps buffering me, and that's the parallel between the founder of Turtle WoW and the founder of Ashes of Creation. Let's dive into it. Turtle WoW was one of the most beloved WoW Classic plus private servers in the community. It was not only the biggest server, it also had the best new content for WoW Classic, giving a 20-year-old game a complete fresh and individual touch. The team did what Blizzard wasn't able to give to the community for a decade. A new version of World of Warcraft Classic, and the community loved the content. Custom quests, new zones, dungeons, raids and so much more. A genuinely unique identity that felt like it belonged in a different era of MMO design. When the realms closed, it left a real hole for a lot of people. The question everyone was asking was simple: what happens now? Yesterday, the answer came unexpectedly through a Discord post. They are not going to another private server project, they are not pivoting to something safe and small. The name of the new studio is Moonwhisper Games. And what they are building is their own IP, a brand new world built from the ground up. No stolen assets, their own story, their own rules. And they announced it in sort of an emotional way. They wrote in the Discord: "After seeing the farewell you gave to our realms, it became clear to us what kind of game we truly wanted to create. A world where we could one day see all of you together again." They are making an MMO. That's the most ambitious thing a small studio can possibly attempt. MMOs have swallowed companies 10 times their size. Amazon burned hundreds of millions on New World before it found its footing. The Riot MMO is in development forever by now. And Ashes of Creation is an example of a failed MMO project which consumed endless amounts of money. This is a road lined with casualties, and they know that. They said it outright in the post: "We are under no illusion that this is something that can be built quickly or easily." So why do it? Because after years of building inside someone else's world, polishing someone else's game, creating content inside a framework they didn't own, they want to build something that's truly theirs. Something where they can create their own story in their own world. So, is this going to work? Honestly, we have to see. What we know is this: the team has real MMO experience. Years of community management, content creation, server architecture, player behavior. They understand the genre at a level that most indie studios probably never will. That's actually a significant head start in experience. But will they be able to create their own assets, their own game world on a new game engine? Turtle WoW tried to build WoW on Unreal Engine 5 before, but the project was scrapped. Maybe they will use this as the baseline, and that would help for sure. Creating a whole new MMO takes endless resources, so it will be really interesting to see if they can really make it. And will they be able to fund it? Turtle WoW was a really lucrative business for a long time, and they gathered a lot of money. That will help for sure. But speaking about funding, there is one parallel which keeps coming up in my mind while I write the script. That is the story of Ashes of Creation. But before we continue, I want to present to you a new partner on this channel, Into the M. Into the M is a team of American artists and creators who develop clothing since 2012 with a great vision. They see clothing as a canvas to express what drives you. What exactly does that mean? Into the M sells clothes for gamers with unique designs. But they are also great for casual occasions. I was able to pick out a few items from the selection and decided on a snapback cap, this cool black t-shirt with a Japanese design, and a casual white t-shirt with a logo. I will wear the black t-shirt in the summer, and the plain white t-shirt pairs great with sweaters or jackets when I go out with my wife. The clothes are high quality, well designed and really comfortable. I'm absolutely impressed by their quality. Check out Into the M and use the code WHITER to get 10% off your order. Just click the link in the video description to get to their shop. If you're ordering from Europe, delivery might take a little longer right now due to customs, so please keep that in mind. For my American viewers, there are absolutely no restrictions. Feel free to check into the amount to get some great new clothes for the summer. Now, let's go back to the video. Because the person behind Total WoW has a past that looks uncomfortably familiar to anyone who followed that disaster closely. Even Sharif, probably I butchered that name, was the name and the face behind Ashes of Creation, the MMO that was going to revolutionize the genre. Node systems, player-driven worlds, a vision so ambitious it raised over $3 million in crowdfunding in 2017 alone. What fewer people talked about was where Sharif's money actually came from. He made his fortune through Xango, a multi-level marketing company selling fruit juice and health supplements. Xango had been flagged by the FDA for fraudulent health claims, and Italy's Consumer Protection Authority suspended them entirely over pyramid scheme violations. And then Ashes of Creation launched a referral program where players could earn commissions for recruiting other players. The community noticed the structure was familiar. For years, the game existed mostly as presentation videos and concept promises. Then, on December 11, 2025, it finally hit Steam Early Access at $50. It sold somewhere between 250,000 and 300,000 copies. 52 days later, the studio was gone. On January 2026, Sharif announced he was resigning, claiming the board had started making decisions he could not ethically support. 123 employees lost their jobs. The game was delisted from Steam a few days later. What came out afterward was worse. Investors alleged that Sharif had never invested his own money, despite publicly describing the project as self-funded. One allegation specifically claims that the $3.7 million from the Steam launch money that was supposed to cover payroll was redirected to pay off the mortgage on Sharif's personal home. Total investor losses cited in legal filings $140 million. Why do I tell you this? Torta or Shanna or Julia Safko, I probably also butchered that name, is the founder and face behind Total WoW. For anyone who's been in the WoW private server community since 2017, the name Shanna carries specific weight. After Nostalrius, one of the most beloved vanilla private servers ever, was shut down by Blizzard, its developers made that decision in 2016. They trusted their codebase to a new project called Elysium. Elysium was founded by Shanna. It was built on the promise that it would carry forward Nostalrius' non-commercial, community-first philosophy. It was explicitly, publicly pledged to never be monetized. That promise was broken comprehensively. Internal leaks and whistleblowers from within Elysium staff documented that Shanna had been diverting funds from the server's donation pool into personal accounts. Separately, an administrator known as Croak, who handled Elysium system administration, had used his database level access to generate virtual gold and fully geared characters from nothing and sell them to players for real money. Those weren't just rumors, they were confirmed via leaked voice chat recordings in which the participants discussed what they had done. Broke in those recordings downplayed the figure, describing it as only $5,000. Both were officially removed from the Elysium project after the scandal broke. I can see a clear parallel between Torta and Sharif here. If this new project suddenly starts a crowdfunding campaign, I would be skeptical. Once your reputation is ruined, you have to expect skepticism. But I also want to make it very clear that I believe the entire Total WoW team is capable of creating a great MMO. They have shown for years how good they are at doing this with Blizzard's assets, and I'm pretty sure they know what players want. If the Unreal Engine 5 WoW project really does become the foundation for a new MMO in the style of Classic Plus, but with their own assets, we could be in for something truly amazing. Right now, they are in the earliest possible phase, world building, lore, or gameplay pillars. The foundation before the foundation. It could be years before we see anything playable. And maybe we will never see it, because the project is really ambitious. But I would love to see a new MMO from the Total WoW team, and I will keep a close eye on this project for sure. What do you think about the new MMO from the Total WoW team? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you very much for watching. If you found this useful, consider to like and subscribe, as well as hype this video for more MMO and World of Warcraft content in the future. Also make sure to check out my partner Into DM for some great clothing. Special thanks goes out to my channel members who support me with the hard-earned real-life money. You guys are just awesome.